Okay, so I sort of debated making this video now, but I decided to do it. That was crazy. The whole day was just like it's very tough to explain, but I'm gonna do my best to explain this. So, anyways, when the challenge was over and we won, my initial reaction was Corbin has quit, and so I am going to have to work with the desert group. And maybe if we do like a unanimous vote in some way, I can hide myself again. Um, I just feel like I'm sick of the whole do a vote to hide yourself. We're at the final 11. This was a 21 person season. Um, I feel like there needed to be a freaking line drawn in the sand. And what I mean by that is it's like Lisa. So Lisa has all of these people in her pocket, right? But not all of these people are working together. On the flip side, we take Weeb. So you look at Weeb, and Weeb has like Desert who wants to work with him, um, Lisbon who wants to work with him, Lisa who's like, I won't ever vote out Weeb, all that other stuff. But they don't have, like, they have conflicting reasons for that. Like, Lisbon wanting to keep Weeb doesn't align with why Lisa wants to keep Weeb. So this is what I mean is that there's no communication here. It's like, oh, I just like talking to this person, so I'm going to keep him around. Okay, so if you're Lisbon, what's the purpose of working with Weeb if Lisa's end goal and his end goal are the same, but yours isn't? So if you're not willing to open up and work with someone like Lisa, then why does Weeb matter? So that's my point. I don't understand. There's like this interconnecting web of like all of these people who want to work together, but not with each other's allies, and it just kind of didn't make sense to me. So, anyways, first and foremost, I want to say I'm really sad that Corbin left. I think Lisbon is the person that I've sort of trusted the most, but Corbin was the person who was the easiest to talk to for me, and I really feel like he had my back all the way, especially when he gave me all of his items. When he did that, it kind of proved to me that I was probably his number one, which was nice, but it sucked because he's gone, and I feel like making this move that we just did was worse because we don't have him. But it's whatever, it's fine. So basically, basically again, um, I was wanting to see if we could do Lisa. Like, here is someone who is in the middle of everybody. Why don't we cut that middle out and then we can move on to 10 with maybe a clearer path? Well, Desert wants to keep Lisa around. Desert feels like we need to go on some status quo Rye thing. Um, I don't know. It, it it's like there's this boot order in people's minds and they've got to roll with that. And there's just not enough communication. Like, I don't know. Hard to like. It's hard to explain it, but it's like there are certain people in this game that are like willing to talk to one or two people at max, and they think that if something happens, it's completely awful for them. So, anyways, they wanted to do. I guess Desert and Dag were just super locked in on let's do Bean, 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 Bean. And again, like everything else, Lisa seeing Bean as the expendable of the Rye party um, was like, yeah, that's fine, let's do that. Well, I talked to Weeb, and I finally got him to own up that he has that vote steal on his own without me telling him that I already knew that he had it. And so I was like, hey, let's use it. Why not? Let's just do it. And so I had to talk with Nick. Nick still felt like maybe Bean was the way to go because then it kind of looks like we're fluid on both sides. And there was probably some truth to that. Like, if we would have just let Bean go, whatever, 10-1 or whatever it could have been, then it maybe lowers Rye's threat level. It definitely makes them not mad at me. But at the same time, it's like I'm going to go from Floppy to Corbin to Bean, three people that I have had a lot of genuine trust in all in a row. So I got the opportunity to take out the person I originally wanted to take out. But I couldn't leak it because here's what's happened. If I leak it, if I tell anybody, hey, Lisa's going to go, Desert, and then she plays that idol, then Bean goes, I voted for her. Now they're mad at me, but we're down in numbers 6-4. So, I mean, strategically, would it have been better for Bean to just go? Yeah. But if we're going to pull the move off on Lisa, it had to be a blindside. Also, like, stan Lisa, but come on. If you would have been awake, you would not have known to play your idol. You thought Desert was going to be going. Lisa would not have sniffed out that she was going. It's super funny in her grandstand. She acted like, you know, she would have been tipped off to play it. I don't know, man. I think she would have swallowed that thing hard because she knew that Rye and Bean wanted to go for Desert, and we stole Desert's vote. And if it was Lisa go in Lisa's mind, they would have needed Weeb to vote her out. So, like, I don't feel like she would have figured that was even possible. So, I mean, Lisa, if you're watching this after the season, I love you, but you would not have played your idol. There's no way. There would have been no reason for you to. I mean, the reason we picked you is because you were literally the least likely person of the big threats to know they would have been going home at that point. I mean, everyone was shocked. So, Desert has been throwing me harder under the bus to Weeb and pretty much everyone. And so, you know what? I just decided today I'm going to tell Lisbon that Desert calls him spineless all the time. Generally, in every All-Stars I have, I like to have an enemy. And the thing about Desert has been he's kind of been my adversary in the shadows. Like, only me and Corbin knew this. Now I just don't care. So, whatever. I mean, am I going to win this season? Probably not. But I probably wasn't anyway because I have trouble winning comps and I'm a social threat. So, I mean, I might as well have some fun and do what I can. But basically, it just came down to people wanted to make a move and I could lose somebody who... Did she trust me? Yes. Was she probably really bad for my long-term game? Also, yes. So, either way, we're going to make it work. And next tribal is probably going to be some fireworks as well because there's no way they trust me and Nick to vote with them again. So they're going to do this stupid thing where they try and push it on us, and all that's going to do is come back to us. So priority number one right now for me is get B&Q on board with me, basically selling him high on I'm a threat, people want out, they're mad at me, and you're an expendable goat, kind of. Like, he already knows that. And basically say, listen, if we team up together, we can go far because you won't be an expendable vote, which is what they're going to do to B&Q. Either they're going to drag him all the way to the final three, or they're going to, like, at 6 or something, decide, you know what, if we want to advance somewhere, B&Q has to be the vote, which is exactly what I was thinking for 12 until Corbin got knocked out of the game on his own accord. So, this video was a little messy, I know that, but I'm just, like, really excited that something finally happened. I mean, we seriously have so many people in this that just kind of, like, ho-hum every single vote. I mean, dag, I cannot speak enough to the fact that Dag literally, after the vote came to me, and was like, who flipped? Like, bro, pay attention. So... If I go, soon because everybody just finally woke up, then honestly, fine. All right. Well, the next one should be just as crazy as this last one. So we'll see.